Hey everybody, so today I want to practice my Halloween makeup. I'm going to be Medusa for Halloween and I haven't practiced the makeup look yet and I have kind of a general idea of what I want it to be. So this is going to be like the first attempt. I don't consider Medusa to be an evil, scary monster. I consider her to be a strong woman. So the makeup look isn't going to be necessarily very scary. I just want to feel really powerful and kind of glam and really pretty and cool. So that's kind of like the vibe I'm going for. I'm going to use the At For A Sight palette and the shades Emerald City and what the fuck is this one? West Coast. I think that they match my nails really well. I'm going for more of like a gold theme with a little bit of green. The only thing I know that I want to do is like a really smoked out, like large kind of green shape, which is why my brows aren't done, and I want to do tears. Possibly glitter tears, maybe just regular like black kind of mascara looking tears. I'm not really sure yet. That's the beauty of the first run, you know, the rough draft. I'm just gonna prime my eye area with primer potion, and as usual, my face is already done. So while I'm doing this, I also want to go through the story of Medusa. And before I get into it, I just want to say that the cool thing about mythology is that it is fictional stories, okay? There is obviously a historical element because the stories are ancient, but that also means there are different versions of each story, and each story can be interpreted in many different ways. We can all choose to enjoy whichever version or interpretation we wish to. That's what I love about it. I like Medusa as a character. I'm drawn to her and her story because of what she represents. I don't think it's fair to consider her like an evil monster because I just don't think that's her story. I don't think she's evil or a monster. I interpret her story as a tragedy, and I don't think a lot of people even know her full story, so I want to get into it. Medusa's name, first of all, is thought to have come from the ancient Greek word for guardian. She was one of the three Gorgon sisters. All of Medusa's sisters were born as monsters, but Medusa was actually born immortal, and she was very beautiful, and her hair was thought to be the most wonderful of all of her charms. Medusa was kind-natured, and she devoted herself to a life of celibacy, and she served the goddess Athena, which was the goddess of virginity. One day, Medusa's beauty caught the eye of Poseidon, the god of the sea, and one of Athena's rivals. And I'm gonna have to censor the next part of this story because YouTube doesn't like it, but Medusa rejected Poseidon, and because he's a little bitch, he decided to ignore her wishes, and he SA'd her in Athena's temple just to spite Athena on top of it. Athena became enraged at the desecration of her temple. She was more mad that a sexual act occurred and less mad at the fact that it was non-consensual. And so she punished Medusa for what happened. It is believed that Athena's actions were slightly motivated, or maybe fully motivated, by jealousy of Medusa's beauty, because the punishment was that, obviously, she transformed Medusa to have snakes for hair and for anyone who looked into her eyes to be turned into stone. I'm gonna attempt the tears. I want them to be sort of like mascara tears, so not very dark or opaque. I want them to be really watery and almost kind of gray. I'm gonna use the Black Mare on Paradise paint, and I'm gonna do the ratio of like 90% water, 10% product. I'm just adding more water until it drops naturally on its own. Maybe I'll add a tiny bit more product into it. There we go. But back to the story of Medusa. After she was cursed, she was exiled to a faraway island, and she was alone, she was scared, and she had men coming from all over trying to kill her. Thankfully, she was able to use her new powers to keep herself safe because she obviously was able to turn all of those stupid men into stone as they deserve. So there she lived minding her own business until a fuckboy named Perseus was tasked to bring back her head. So he showed up and he used the reflection of a shield in order to avoid looking at her eyes directly so that he would not be turned to stone. And he successfully killed her. He cut off her head. And then after he killed her, he took her head and he was able to use it as a weapon and turn other people to stone. I'm gonna go over one or multiple of these tiers with a little bit of gold glitter. This is the Hocus Pocus Another Glorious Morning glitter from the first Hocus Pocus collection. I think it's fucked up that even in death, Medusa doesn't get peace. She doesn't get to rest. Once again, a man is using her body to get what he wants. She has this reputation of being like a horrible creature, when in reality, she just got punished for being SA'd. Some people have analyzed this story and believe that Athena didn't actually do what she did because she was trying to punish her, but instead she was trying to give Medusa a blessing. She gave Medusa the power to protect herself from men after being traumatized by one. I personally think Athena is a fucking bitch and she was trying to punish Medusa, but Medusa was able to kind of use her curse in her favor. She's a strong woman. I'm gonna attempt to use some gold flake. This one is from Midas Cosmetics. And I've used this once before and I didn't really know what I was doing. I don't think I did a very good job. And I don't know. I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna completely wing it. And if it sucks, I'll just look up the right way how to do it tomorrow. Wait, Saturday. 2 days from now. So I'm gonna use Duo Lash Glue and just kind of like tap it in the area that I want it. And then I'm gonna just take the gold leaf and like tap it on. Okay, this is hard to use. So a lot of times, like after you endure trauma or abuse or betrayal, a lot of people respond to things like that in a way to kind of like harden themselves. They'll put up walls. It'll be hard for people to, you know, get close to them again because of that. And I think that's what's so relatable about Medusa's story. And I think that's a lot more like what's going on. I don't think Athena was trying to do her a favor. I think Athena was just another one of her abusers. First, Medusa was a victim of Poseidon, then Athena, and then finally Perseus. But at least she was able to protect herself until the very end. It's interesting because people have used the image of Medusa's head as a symbol of safety and protection. They've used it on doors, urns, armor. During the French Revolution, she was used as an emblem for French liberty. To me, Medusa represents the resilience that women have. After being harmed and betrayed by so many people, she became stronger and untouchable. To me, her story is also relevant today because not only do women experience violence at the hands of men, often, but they are then blamed or shamed for what happened to them, or they get completely ignored. Medusa's story is relatable on an individual and a cultural level, and I interpret it as a tragedy, but also a tale of strength and perseverance. Okay, so this is the final look with lashes. I added a little bit of highlight around the mouth just because I feel like there's so much up here, but I like it a lot. Let me zoom in. So obviously for our little Halloween get-together that we're doing, it's just a little bonfire, like it's nothing serious, it's just friends, but I still want it to be a little bit better than this when I do it for real. I'm gonna work a little bit harder on blending the green up here. I'm just gonna take more time with it. Also, I'm gonna look up a video, probably a couple videos about like tricks for using this. I feel like I just got it really chunky. It just kind of looks like chewed gum. I don't know, maybe I'm too critical. Maybe this is fine, but I want to make the gold leaf just a little better. But I really like the rest of it. I think also I'm gonna make my lower lash line like really smoked out so it's really nice and black, like right up against the lash line, and then really blends out really pretty. I just feel like it needs a little bit more darkness around the lash line, but everything else I love. I wasn't sure about the brows. I just put glitter in them. As far as my hair, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I thought I was gonna be dyeing it green, but with my fingernails and now this eyeshadow. I need to get like the perfect tone of green, otherwise I'm just not gonna do it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hair. I know I'm gonna wave it, and then I have like a little snake thing that I'm making. I'll put all that in a vlog though. I'm not gonna get too into like the full costume in this video. This is just for the makeup. So if you want to see the whole costume, check out my vlog. That is gonna go up after this. Let me know what your Halloween costume is this year. I love to see people's costumes and hear about what you're doing. Let me know if you're doing a couple's costume. Let me know what else you want to see from me. I post twice a week here, so subscribe if you want to see more. All of my social media will be linked down below. If you want to be friends, let's be friends. And as always, I just want to say thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.